What's up, y'all? Welcome to the second half or the last part of the readings for all zodiac signs. So we left off on Sagittarius, and now we're going to continue on Capricorn. So, real quick, let's see what's going on for this first week of December for Capricorn. What are the energies, predictions, or what can we tell Capricorn? Let's see. That's one. Okay. Two, three. Okay. Capricorn, I feel like there's a lot of indecision when it comes to you. I feel like for this week there's a lot of mental disorder when it comes to you. I feel like you're still trying to you're planning something, but at the same time it's like you're doing things without, like, maybe out of it's like you're not planning things, right? You're doing them spontaneously, and I feel like that has gotten you in a position where you feel like you need to withdraw. You feel like you need to take a step back. Some of you guys are taking a step back to reassess the situation, whether this is a relationship or matters of career, work. It's like you're taking a step back to understand really what's going on in your head. Again, there's a lot of confusion. You're split between two things, or you're debating two people, two situations, two opportunities, and it feels like you cannot make a decision. It feels like it's difficult to understand really what's happening. And what's going to happen here in this week is you're going to take a step back, and you're going to be able to assess, make a plan. Okay, so that your main message is that you need to plan something. Okay, you have the two of swords, the four of pentacles signifies, taking a step back, taking it easy and planning things for a better future. Okay, whether that's investing somewhere else, whether that's looking into a different approach when it comes to work, or relationships. I feel like you have, even if you're taking a step back, even if you feel like you haven't been in the place you wanted to be, maybe a few years ago you told yourself, I'm going to be here, but now you're needing to reassess your path. But I feel like for some of you Capricorns, it might feel like it's taking, maybe you're taking a hit on the ego, or to the ego, but overall, like, what you don't understand, Capricorn, is that you have the Magician here. But what you don't understand, that everything that happens for a reason, right? And the worst thing you can do, and I say this over and over again, but the worst thing you can do is dwell on what could have happened, or what you could have done at that point. What's in the past is in the past. It's like, what do you have? Even if you took a step back, if you're trying to take a step back, it's like, what are you going to do once you do it, and how are you going to take, 5 steps forward, instead of like dwelling on, oh man, like I had to do this, and like people are going to see me as a particular way, when it's all in your head, when it's, the universe is saying it's whatever you want it to do, whatever decision you take, there's a lesson, and all you have to do is figure out how to move forward, rather than um staying in this doubt energy. Okay. Again, I feel like you're stepping back. You're stepping back here with the Strength card and the Four of Pentacles. Like, you're stepping back. You're like relaxing. You're like, you know contemplating something. You're creating some sort of plan in your head. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Let's go to Aquarius. Remember that the signs are up here, so you might have to like make it into a full screen. If you're trying to push through the zodiac signs. What do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. Aquarius. Oof. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. This week feels like you're speaking out of, you're speaking from the mind and the heart. You're telling the truth. You're on your own power. Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that's your element. I feel like you're saying it the way it is. You're not sugarcoating anything. And I also feel like you're also letting people know if you need help or something like that. I feel like there's been blockages in your life, Aquarius. You have the 10 of Wands here, which signifies, being extra busy. Um, you know, um, Also having a few blockages when it comes to like life, work, career, relationships. Like there's been blockages. You feel like life hasn't given you what you really wanted, or maybe there's something here that prevents you from being or saying what you need. Or I feel like there's something here that prevents you from being who you are or feeling content, feeling complete. I feel like, again, there's some sort of blockage here, and I feel like you know what it is, and I feel like there's ways of assessing it. There's ways of, pushing through it. It's more of creating the strategy and creating a plan rather than, I'm gonna do everything at once for the next, 5 months, and then we'll see where we're at. It's like, be smart about it, okay? Focus on what really matters for you. Focus on what is, you know mainly, what's going to help you move forward and feel content and complete. Okay, I feel like, again, there's a lot of downloads, there's a lot of epiphanies happening here. Your little brain is, well, not little brain, but your brain is like, expanding. I feel like, again, you might be having dreams or ideas, thoughts that, out of nowhere, they come and they give you ways of pushing through or breaking through. I feel like you're about to break through a cycle. If you've been having difficult times, Aquarius, I feel like you're gonna break through a cycle that has been, keeping you stuck in some sort of, situation. Or, 10 of Wands, although it's it's a lot of blockages, and sometimes it's self-imposed blockages, but even though regardless, they're blockages. But even though we're here, it also signifies that you're about to close out a cycle. You're about to, like, close out a chapter, and you're gonna go into something new and start fresh. Not necessarily that your life is gonna change or you're gonna reset, but it's like, your worries, the way you see things, your perspective on and the feelings you have on your current situation might actually change, and you're gonna be like, well, it's really not that bad. I just got to do this. It's not like, God is gonna be like, here's a new life for you. Like, it's not like that. It never is. It's like, you got to work for your peace. You got to work for your, stability, for your balance as well. Okay, that just doesn't happen like that. I believe in miracles, but I also believe that you have full control, and if you really want change, and if you really want, freedom, then you can achieve that. You can push through. You can find a way. It's not just about wishing and praying. But yeah, there's you're closing out a cycle, whether that's a personal cycle between you and, work or relationships. But it's this wanting to, like, start fresh, start new. Maybe you're already thinking for the goals for, next year. Maybe you're saying, this time, this year I completed all this, and this next year I'm going to do blah blah blah, and it's gonna make you, push forward again. Does that make sense? Here we go. Let's go to Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I feel like there's an individual here that,